All right, so we got to talk about Elon's $1 trillion motivation
Elon's
pay
got
package.
the trillionaire mindset, baby.
Yeah,
He
that's
watched the show.
To me, that's what's funny about this is it's the Tesla board of the what do they call that board? The board of obviously cut this out. What do they call that board?
Board of executives or
Yeah, Tesla board.
trustees?
Board of directors.
Directors?
Okay. All right, let me
cut
take that
out.
You have the Tesla board of directors being so sick of his antics, and they've been pretty public about it. And this pay package is essentially them
His
saying,
antics,
hey,
including running
everything.
around being the president's right-hand man, being an absolute freak, trying his hand at politics,
and the board
Nazi saluting, doing all kinds of crazy stuff.
Yeah, chainsaw, making epic memes. And they're basically going, hey, Elon, over here, look. We're going to offer you $1 trillion if you do all of these things to help out the company. Because they don't believe anybody else has the capability to do this. They even said in their letter, the Robin Denholm, Tesla's chairperson of the board, said, we also recognize the formidable nature of this undertaking and as a result, the importance of having a leader who is not only willing and capable, but eager to meet this challenge, because what they're essentially offering him is a monumental challenge that probably nobody, including Elon, would be capable of pulling off.
And Elon's like, but do I get to continue sending my cum in the mail to these women? And they're like, no, Elon, you have to stop.
No more cum in the mail.
If you want to make a child, you have to fuck. And he's like, I don't want to.
It's also funny to me that they think that a guy, I guess it does speak to what really motivates Elon. And I guess when you're a public company, the only thing you can use to motivate someone is a financial incentive like this.
Yeah, but I don't even think it's financial. I think at this point, what more does he need?
Yeah.
I think at this point, he's in sicko land where it's like, I think he would be motivated by the ability to become the first trillionaire.
Ooh,
you know what I mean? Obviously, he likes these things. We covered it a long time ago. It was years ago when they hit $1 trillion, I think, for the first time in market cap.
Yeah.
And it was this whole thing for him.
Yeah.
You know, he would just relish in having that title. It's also funny thinking back, referencing Trillionaire Mindset and that being such a silly little joke of a title. And now we're like,
it's now within the realm
from billionaires, or we're
I remember when Apple first hit like $100 billion market cap, I thought, oh, sheesh, good luck making any money on that. And it's since like 330x, not 300. But yeah, they, so if anybody,
so how does he become a trillionaire exactly? Do you have the,
well, first of all, everybody's freaking out about this, just the headline of like, oh my God, what is the board thinking offering him $1 trillion? But again, it's motivating him. But the big motivation is, or the big thing is they're trying to pivot away from being an energy company and like a car company to being a robotics company.
Come on, baby.
That is the big thing. They want
we got to get an Optimus robot in every household.
Yeah. And they're calling it, instead of a moonshot, can you guess what they're calling it?
It's a Mars shot.
It's a Mars shot. They say, we believe that...
I hate them.
I know, me too. They say, we believe that in their proxy filing explaining all this, they said, we believe that Elon's singular vision is vital to navigating this critical inflection point. So how it would work, he would get installments of Tesla shares. I believe each one is 35 million shares. And this is from Tesla's own proxy filing. It's kind of confusing, and I was trying to understand. It's like there are market value milestones, but then in conjunction with that, there are operational milestones.
Right. So he has to make the company worth a certain amount, but also hit these, you know, delivering vehicles, delivering robots, certain types of.
So they've got to, if he wants all of it, which would total, let's see,
8.5,
an additional 12% of the company,
which I think would be 29% total.
It would be 29% of the company, which is more than the 25% that he wanted previously, because it would give him more voting control over the company, which he insists is to be the one who gets to call the shots as it pertains to AI. because in anybody else's hands, it would be dangerous, but in his, he can be trusted. Anyway, he would get a total of 432.7 million shares if he can get the company to a total of $8.5 trillion market cap, which is roughly 8 times what it currently is.
No operational milestones on that one. If he gets him to 8.5 trillion, hey, God bless you.
Yeah.
You did it.
So it would include 20 million vehicles delivered, 20 million vehicle deliveries. And just to put that into perspective, they've only delivered about 8 million vehicles in total so far.
Since the very beginning.
And by the way, in 2021, he was talking about one day producing 20 million vehicles a year. That was when the market, anytime he would say something, they would go, yeah. And it would shoot up.
I'm glad we're past that era. The era where this was just Tony Stark and everyone was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
He said it, it's going to happen.
10 million active full self-driving subscriptions. 1 million robot deliveries, 1 million robotaxis in operation, and then the remaining operational milestones are
just earnings.
50 billion, 80 billion, 130 billion, 210 billion, all the way up to 300 and 400 billion in adjusted earnings before interest, tax, depreciation, and amortization, also known as EBITDA. And just to put those numbers into perspective, Tesla reported in 2024, last year, only $16.6 billion in adjusted EBITDA.
How much? Say that one more time.
16.5. And he needs to hit 50 all the way up to fucking 400, which he says can be possible because he himself has said he thinks that Tesla can and should be a $25 trillion company one day. And, you know, when you've got the power of autism and you've got it weaponized like that, and you've got a guy with nothing better to do and a chip on his shoulder, if I were Tesla's board of directors, I wouldn't entrust anybody else other than Elon Musk to do it.
I mean, sure. But I mean, from where I'm standing, I think he's done a good job of torching his own reputation, especially among, however you want to say them, left, liberal-leaning people who would probably be more interested in buying cars. He's made the brand a little ridiculous with the Cybertruck is the eyesore in every city it goes to.
Hate that thing.
It's become the universal sign for
douchebag.
That's not saying he can't That's not saying he can't turn the brand around. I mean, we had Robin Hood, we had Vlad Tenev on at one of the lowest points of his career, probably.
Yeah.
It seemed like all was lost. So it's not saying he can't turn it around, but he's definitely dug himself quite the hole here.
Well, and the competition has drastically increased.
That's another great point of, like, for a long time, he was the only game in town. Now there are not only cheaper options, but frankly, better options. I mean, Teslas are odd, and there's a ton of YouTube channels and creators out there, like, showing you how cheaply they're made and the corners cut on them and stuff. And not only that, if you do like it, there might be another one you like just as much as a little cheaper, or you just might have a preference for another, whereas before that was the option for you.
There's also the meme now that if your Uber is a Tesla, you're going to get car sick.
That is, I haven't seen that meme, but that is very funny. And
I've seen countless people talking about how
they do not know how to touch that electric accelerator. It is like...
Yeah. So, which makes me think, man, robo-taxis are just going to perennially smell like puke or something. I'm not getting
Well, the robo-taxis would probably be a bit of a smoother
I hope so.
ride.
I hope the robot is able to...
He obviously has his, the Elon faithful who are going to support him no matter what.
Yeah.
There's a very funny quote in... it's not so much the quote, it's how they describe her after... in the Wall Street Journal. I don't mind at all paying up a little portion of that success if we get the other side, said Alexandra Mers, a Tesla investor and popular social media voice who goes by the handle Tesla Boomer Mama. I mean, there's 1,000,001 of these handles.
Oh yeah, because they've all made a lot of money from Elon Musk, and we've said it before. If I made millions of dollars,
oh sure,
if I had bought Tesla split adjusted for $35 10 years ago, I would be absolutely glorping the guy's nuts all the time.
Daily glorping.
And just to kind of put this compensation package into perspective, in 2018, his compensation package dictated that he had to bring the market cap to 650 billion from, at the time, 60 billion.
Which a lot of people said was impossible.
For which he would get a $50 billion payout, which is currently tied up in Delaware courts. And he did it well before the decade.
If there's one thing he
timeline.
knows how to do, it's how to juice that stock.
But it's a lot easier, or not easier, but relatively
going from
speaking,
60
to 600
it's a little different.
Yeah. So
than going to 8 trillion.
The landscape has changed. So the board has also approved an interim comp package of $29 billion to keep him until 2030. It's so funny how your eyes just glaze over when you look at these different comp packages.
That was also such a different environment of, I don't know. I think trying to get to 8 trillion is going to be a very different.
Unless the robots, like he says, if we take him for his word and everybody else that, hey, robots are the future. I saw a great Morgan Stanley, 22-minute long presentation that's public that people can watch. That's just all about how robotics are the future. And there are many, many different ways that you could invest in it, from components to AI to actuators to, all these different things. And it's just, but again, Tesla's not the only one in the game. There are other companies out there that are making robots that,
right.
I'd buy a Rizbot, that little guy.
You'd buy a Rizbot?
I'd buy a Rizbot.
What would you have him do at your house, though?
I don't know, talk shit.
Put your boxes away?
Put my boxers away, yeah.
Boxes
also.
Not
haven't
boxers.
Put my underwear away too, yeah. But anyway, remains to be seen. I think that
I like doing the laundry. I'd start to resent that little guy.
Yeah.
Come on, man. That used to be my Sunday thing.
Yeah.
I'm useless now.
I do think that $1 trillion, if you start to really broaden your mind about what it would entail for him to do that, I mean, who cares? It's not coming out of my pocket.
Also,
am I comfortable with there being a trillionaire? No. But I also understand where the board of directors is coming from. What?
Probably shouldn't even say this.
What?
And I'm not saying I have any ideas. Are we going to live in a world where people allow this to happen?
I think science fiction has shown us that they're kind of onto something. When we look at what the future looks like according to the nerds and the TV writers, it's like, no, we are going to live in an era where there are conglomerate overlords who have more money than God just kind of dictating our future. And there's nothing you can do about it unless